Hey everyone, welcome to another Master of Malt live draw for our competitions. We've got another pretty stellar lineup of stuff for you to potentially win today. I'm sure there's loads and loads of you who are very, very excited about all the things we've got. We've got 10 really, really incredible products. Some of them are full sets of products. We've got a whiskey worth about £4,000. Loads and loads of really interesting stuff. I'm going to see if I can bring in my friend Jake just for a moment, just to say hello. Come in, Jake. Jake, how are you?
I'm good. I had some connection issues in my meeting, so I'm in a very busy office. I'll just stay on mute mostly.
So there we go. So that's Jake. He's in the office. So like he said, he's going to be on mute quite a lot. Little behind the scenes there into our office, which is, as you can see, incredibly exciting. You've got some pretty standard office scenes. I'm actually in Spain right now. I'm working from here at the moment, and there's absolutely no indication of it whatsoever because my office is equally boring. So yeah, I'm apologies for that. But I thought it'd be rude to be out in the sun doing this. So yeah, we've got 10 really, really cool well, not all whiskeys. We've got some really, really cool stuff. Our first is from Worthy Park. It's a Jamaican single cask rum. I sort of feel like if you've bought a ticket for this, you basically know what it's about and you know what you're about and you like big, bold rum. And I do too. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. It's going to be a pretty cracking pour for whenever, I hope whoever gets it wants to open it and share it with friends. Jake, shall we spin the old wheel? Don't forget to check out all the competitions for next week. By the way, we've got some very, very interesting stuff I've already seen on there. So, get involved. Let's bring in that wheel. All right, best of luck, everybody. Congratulations to Mark H. I'm sure you will absolutely love your rum. I know I would if I was lucky enough to have won that rum myself. Worthy Park is such a cool distillery. I'm sure so many of you will agree. Yeah, we've now got some nice Lagavulin, specifically a Lagavulin that was created in collaboration with Nick Offerman. I'm sure a load of you already know about these collaborations that they do, the distillery and him, really inspired by his character Ron Swanson in Parks and Recreation, and his love of the whiskey became a pretty kind of ongoing joke for the character. And they've made some really, really interesting stuff since then, some really interesting stuff. And, it's an awful lot of fun. It's a really cool collaboration. And it's a whiskey that's worth a few bob too. And someone's going to win it for, about £5 worth of tickets. So absolutely bargain stuff for whoever does. Jake, whenever you're happy, we can bring in the old wheel and get it a spinning.
Please hold caller. Vamp away, Adam.
Yeah. Again, I just like to kind of point out what we've got going on next week, which is an absolute load of stuff. Some really, really cool prizes in all kinds of places. So if you go on to Master of Malt and you go on to the offers page, you'll see a Whisky Competitions link. Click that, and you'll be brought up to all of the really, really interesting stuff we have. I know lots of you will know this because you're here, but do tell your friends. Don't hog it all to yourself. That would be quite rude. So yeah, I would definitely recommend heading there. We've got Port Ellen, we've got the Macallan Boutique collection, Balvenie 27-year-old. There's an entire Isle of Whiskey collection, which is really well timed, obviously, with Fagil occurring at the moment. So some awesome, awesome things to win. The whole Jura whiskey collection as well. Speaking of which, you've got Bunnahabhain, Fagil 2024. Whiskies, you've got Fagil 2023 products. There's a Karazawa Japanese whiskey there. Loads of incredible things. So yeah, all worth checking out. And I think we're ready with the wheel. Shall we wheel it on in? Best of luck. It's Mike G. Congratulations, Mike G. Hope you enjoy your Lagavulin. We're still in the realm of Scotch for our third draw of today. It's from Bladnoch, a distillery that probably went under the radar for so many years, but is really stepping into the limelight in recent years. A lowland distillery, but don't confuse that for very kind of light, sweet whiskey. This is really punchy stuff, full of character and full of flavor. It's a really, really lovely single malt, this one. And I think we're going to see some really cool stuff from Bladnoch in the future. They seem to be a distillery that've got a few plans in mind. So some really, really interesting stuff to come from then, I'm sure. That's our third draw this week. As soon as the wheel is ready, we'll get it spinning. Yeah. Outside of that, just
basically what's happened is that we've all just lost like Google access, so I'm now having to go. I had a nice sheet that had all the links to all the wheels here, and now I'm having to scramble and find them all manually. So we'll persevere. Just bear with me a second.
Yeah. So the kind of the reality of that is that you're going to get an awful lot of ad-lib vamping from me. It might devolve to juggling or something equally terrible later on, but mercifully there is a wheel there, so let's get it spinning, I think. All right, this is for Bladnoch. Best of luck, everyone. Congratulations to Franz B. That's your lovely bottle of Bladnoch on your way to you. A very worthy prize, both the tickets and listening to me waffle, I think. Yeah. Okay. Lot 4 is from Ledaig, which is obviously the peated spirit from Tobermory Distillery on the Isle of Mull, of which everybody's fun fact is that Balamory was filmed there, with its lovely, colourful houses. But Ledaig is just a really, really cool, interesting spirit. You don't really think you can call it underrated anymore? I think everybody's kind of woken up to how good it is, hopefully. God, I do like to think, wouldn't you? But La Maison de Whisky bottled this. So if you already like this whiskey, you're going to like this, because they just don't bottle bad whiskey, really. So again, really cool prize. Somebody's going to be very, very lucky. I can see a wheel. Shall we get it spinning? Got the thumbs up from Jake. Let's bring in the wheel. Best of luck. Mac A. Well in, Mac. What a great name. I can't imagine how many Return of the Mac jokes you've had to live through, so I apologize for that. But outside of that, I'm sure it's fantastic. All right, next lot. This is lot 5. So we're halfway through, guys. We've made it halfway through. This is Armagnac. I mean, again, if you've bought this ticket, I'd like to think you'd already your Armagnac, because I just can't imagine, unless you're just going for something new, in which case I salute you, because this is fantastic spirits. And I think a lot of whiskey drinkers, if you're not aware with it, will love it. It's a brandy, a French brandy. It's a region in France, much like cognac is, but unlike cognac, this is a kind of a more bold, robust spirit. It's full of character. It's really, really artisanal, like genuinely craft. There's no marketing, PR nonsense with Armagnac, which is really refreshing. Either someone who's a really big fan of it.
We have rum drinkers too. We have Claire in the comments who we've got no rum for her to buy tickets for next week, so she's in the next Armagnac draw, I believe, for next time. Yeah, like I say, good for whiskey and rum drinkers to branch out.
We love that, Claire. That's brilliant. Well, I mean, best of luck to you and to anybody who has drawn in for some lovely Armagnac, because, like I said, we just really respect that here. So let's get that wheel spinning and see who's going to win it. Round and right goes. Look how many names. So many of you. That's so good to see. And it's Craig T. Congratulations, Craig. I always wonder with these things whether I actually know this person, because I do know a Craig T. Is it the Craig T I know? Let's hope so, and they can share the Armagnac with me. All right, next lot. Not just one, but 4 whiskies here. We've got it's the Perpetual collection from Glenfiddich. Some of you may know that collection already. Some of you may not. Kind of regardless, it's 4 big bowls of Glenfiddich. I mean, you're not really losing, are you? So this is proper restock the drinks cabinets winning. And, you know, I think this is one of those distilleries that sometimes gets a little bit defined by its core single malt when there is so many cool single malts that it creates and so many interesting whiskies. So whoever's going to win this will get a chance to really explore and go through Glenfiddich, and that is really good fun because it does make some incredible whiskey. So yeah, I think that wheel is ready. Should we get it spinning, Jake? Give me the thumbs up. And in it comes. Best of luck, everyone. John S is our winner. Congratulations, John. I hope you enjoy your many, many whiskies. I mean, from one collection to another. This is actually quite a cool little collection because it's all sherry bombs, basically. We've called this, well, it's the Sherry Monsters collection, but we've got Glenallachie, Aberlour, Glendronach, Tomatin, Balvenie. We've got some big PX, juicy PX casks, and they're Pedro Jimenez sherry. I'm sure so many of you already know that, but if you've not had a chance to try, it's really rich and sweet and nutty. It's worth having the sherry on its own as well. It's worth going out and buying some sherry and trying it, just getting an idea of what it's doing to the whiskey. I always think PX sherry is a little bit like the sort of a little bit of coffee with just far too much brown sugar in it. It is incredibly sweet, but at the end of like a really big rich meal, it can be quite delicious. It's a little too sweet for my blood usually, but it does wonderful things to whiskey. So yeah, this is the sherry collection. There's 5 whiskies to win here. Best of luck, everyone. We're going to bring in the wheel. Loads of you want this. No surprise at all. Round and round it goes. And it's Sean S. Sean, I bet you're absolutely delighted. Congratulations. I'm made up for you. Not even remotely jealous. Okay. I mean, it always amazes me that we're able to just keep going and going with these things. And every time it seems to be like, oh my God, that wasn't the end. No, we've got 3 more, including this, which is Springbank. You know, I mean, who doesn't need to know what Springbank is? It's an incredible distillery, obviously. It's super hard to get whiskey like this in normal circumstances because it just sells out straight away. It's obviously not cheap. Demand and supply, you know, the game. So, you know, this is a really great opportunity for somebody to get their hands on some Springbank whiskey that ordinarily just, you know, let's face it, a lot of this will sadly sit in cabinets and in collectors' collections. And it's just really cool that I'm really hoping whoever gets this will actually open this bottle and really enjoy it, which would be great to see because it is going to be an absolutely sensational whiskey, no doubt. It's 23-year-old Springbank from 1999. Let's spin the wheel and see who's lucky enough to get it. David P. Congratulations, David P. A really, really incredible prize there heading your way. And again, we just keep going. So our penultimate lot today, really appropriately given it is May, it is the end of May, it is Fèis Yield time, the famous Isla Festival. We've got Ardbeg, a huge selection of Ardbeg, 6 whiskies from the Chavan collection, which is all Ardbeg's 19-year-olds. Single malts. It's always bourbon and sherry casks, and they're sensational. I think I had batch 2. I mean, I've not even come close to sampling all of this range personally. You know, it's very rare, very interesting, very, very cool whiskey. And as I say, phase starts in a couple of days. And, you know, everyone who knows and loves Isla whiskey will know about Ardbeg. This is going to be a real treat for anyone who's a big fan of that distillery, because this is some collection. Let's get that wheel spinning, see who's won it. Look how many names. Everybody wants a piece of this. Of course they do. Who's going to get the Ardbeg? Alan B. Congratulations, Alan B. I'd beg you to open those bottles and share them with me. Terrible. All right, let's move on. We've got our final lot of the day. This is Midleton whiskey. Really old Midleton whiskey is incredible. If you've not had a chance to try it, it is just so tropical. It's like Umbongo. It is just absolutely insanity. And this is from the very rare collection. The Tronçais whiskey that we've got here is all to do with a forest in France. It's a really great whiskey if you're a geek about casks and about coopering. And if you go onto our blog, you can read more about these whiskies, and I really recommend that you do, because it's a very cool story. And Midleton has done some very interesting stuff in this area. The headline of it, though, is it's $4,000 worth of whiskey, and someone's going to get it for an awful lot less than that. So, you know, you're going to be happy regardless, aren't you? So I think for the final time today, we'll get that wheel spinning. And if you want it, only one of you can get it. And our final winner it's Darren E. Congratulations, Darren. But it's unbelievable to see that name pop up, isn't it? Maybe one day I will know what that feels like. Maybe. All right, guys. That is all 10. That's it. We're done. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for putting up with, just an absolute storm of technical difficulties. So we really appreciate your patience with all of that. As we've said before, please check out the competitions for next week. We'll be back as usual on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. And we've got seriously some incredible stuff here. A lot of it kind of Isla festival themed, as you can imagine. Port Ellen single cask, Isla whiskey collection, Jura. But there's loads and loads of really cool stuff. So do check it out. Thank you very much. We will see you again. Jake, I'll give you a wave. And yeah, thanks very much, guys.